Welcome to Let's Talk Sport, also on Sports Keeler, and today we're going to be talking about Cardiff versus Chelsea back into the Premier League after an international break, as well as the FA Cup that took a little bit of time out
FA Cup?
Yeah, what FA Cup for Chelsea, what FA Cup for Cardiff as well, because their last game was a 2-0 win against West Ham United. But that happened all the way back at the start of March, and well, you know, a team like Cardiff at the moment, you know, they just recently got a win, trying to keep themselves up in the Premier League, but it's going to be a tough battle for them. 2 points off safety at the moment, with a game in hand against the likes of Burnley and Southampton, who are currently positioned above them. Do you think Cardiff have got any chance of staying in the Premier League? We're getting to that crunch time now. Wins are necessary for Premier League survival.
Well, they're the only Welsh team in the Premier League, but no.
You
know, it's going to be really difficult. You know, there's so many teams in that area that are so close, within a few points of each other. And you know, Cardiff getting that vital win against West Ham was seriously important for them staying up in the league, or their attempts to do that. But you know, I just don't know whether they've got that. You know, you know, like Wigan. You know, when it comes to this time of year, back in the day, Wigan used to have that sort of. It just sort of come out of nowhere, and but I just don't see Cardiff. You know, they've had these few years where they get promoted, are in for a season, and then they drop back down. They can't seem to just
a yo-yo team.
Yeah, they just can't seem to stay in for that one extra year and then progress. You know, it's going to be extremely difficult. If they do, it'll be one hell of a comeback. But I think it'll be a really tough test. But you know, they could get a win against us.
Yeah, they could
because it's not difficult.
They got quality players as well. Sol Bamba, defender, you know, known for his time at Leeds, had to go away and then came back, and then suddenly he's developed into a promising Premier League player. Could be one of the players that stays in the Premier League if Cardiff were to be relegated. Camarasa as well, strong goal scorer and good provider as well, could stay in the Premier League too. And Bobby Reid too, he's had his time around these couple of clubs, and now he's finally coming to a bit of his own as well. Cardiff have the players, it's just whether or not it clicks really in these last couple of games. And you know, going up against Chelsea could be a really tough test for them. Last time they played against them, Chelsea won that game 4-1 at Stamford Bridge. Not really a
bit of a test, was it?
Yeah. I mean, would you expect that kind of performance from Chelsea this time around as well? Travelling to Cardiff though would be a difficult one for them, wouldn't it? Yeah,
I mean, it's a bit like, you know, when Swansea used to be in the team, a lot of fans from Chelsea always used to say that was the worst journey because it's always the really slow trains, and you know, it takes a hell of a time to get over there to the Welsh area. So it's not one of them that the fans enjoy, but it's, you know, it's going to be a really tough game because, like we said, Cardiff are going to want these points. Cardiff, they're at home as well. It's not like they're away. They're going to need these home points. So, you know, it's going to be a really tough test. You know, we lost against Everton at home, when we travelled away last time. So, you know, it's not easy for us at the minute. Our momentum just seems to be up and down. You know, we get a good win in the Europa League, and then we go and play in the Premier League, and we just seem to struggle. We don't know what we're doing. So, you know, it's going to be a really difficult test. As much as Cardiff are at the lower end of the league, they're going to want these points. So it's going to be a really tough battle, I think. Yeah,
we're going to move on to your team now, Chelsea. As you already mentioned, the 2-0 loss against Everton last time out before the international break and the FA Cup. 3 points off the top four at the moment. You know, Arsenal sitting in that top four spot, but United playing well despite their recent losses. You know, Chelsea have to be on their A game now between now and the end of the season, don't they, in order to get Champions League qualification next year. Is the path to the Champions League going to be through the league for Chelsea, or do you think it's going to be Europa League?
At this moment in time, it's going to have to be the way they're playing in the Europa League. I think the way they're playing in the Premier League is just not good enough. You know, you see that game against Everton. You know, Everton's a bit of a bogey team for Chelsea every time you go to Goodison Park, but you expect to get the result. And the performance we put in against them, it didn't warrant that. You know, they easily were the better team in that game, and you know, I don't want to say that's the game in hand, but they're the points that you need to pick up to go in that. You know, it's a really tight battle between Arsenal and Manchester United. You know, Tottenham are a little bit closer now, but you know, it's Arsenal and Manchester United for that top four places, and you know, the way we're playing, we're the bottom of them too. You know, in that three, Chelsea are at the bottom of that because the performances are just so yo-yo. The momentum's not there, and I'm not sure what's going on right now. And you know, between this international break that we've had and the FA Cup, you know, the board have been speaking about, you know, Sarri's performances and what's been going on, but you know, I don't think we'll know anything until the end of the season.
Would he survive if Chelsea were to lose against Cardiff, do you think?
Well, I think the way that they have dragged it out, I think unless we go out of the Europa League in the next round, he won't lose his job. I think the Europa League is the only thing that's keeping him in his job at this moment in time. So yeah, unless we drop out of losing to Cardiff and then drop out in the next stage of the Europa League, when that comes up, I don't think he'll go. I think he'll probably have his job performance at the end of the season. But
Eden Hazard now 13 goals, 11 assists, but he hasn't really been firing as of late.
No.
How important is it for him to really be on his A game for Chelsea to succeed this season, do you think?
Yeah, well, he did well in the international week for Belgium. He got his 100th cap for Belgium, which is a great achievement for Eden Hazard in his international career. But yeah, as of late, last couple of months, he hasn't been there. He's been dipping in and out of games. A couple of years ago, we'd say Eden Hazard was good for some games and drop out in a couple. It's been a bit like that this season. Obviously, the stats say he's had a decent year with 13 goals and 11 assists. But there's some games when he just drops out of it and he disappears for 50 minutes. And when he's your best player and you need him, it's sometimes really difficult for that. But we'll just wait and see.
Yeah. So we've got desperate Cardiff versus banter Chelsea. That's how I've named it.
Very true.
What's your score prediction?
I don't want to say 2-1 Cardiff, but it's getting to that point where I'm backing again, not backing my own team, but I think for us to get the win, it'll be 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 2-0 Chelsea as well. I see Chelsea getting the 3 points in this one.